Welcome everyone to Mogli and Match My Emails demo webinar. We're really excited to share with you wealth management strategies to save time and improve customer relations.
So today we're going to be showing off Salesforce's Financial Cloud, which states its main goal as to drive stronger client relationships that last generations. Mogli and Match My Email enable advisors to more easily deliver a concierge level of service with less time spent manually assembling information. Match My Email and Mogli enhance the Financial Cloud's productivity and engagement, and today we're going to be showing our viewers how we do that.
Match My Email and Mogli both save you time with easy-to-see communication directly on a household object. This allows for a wealth manager to see with just one glance the type and the essence of the most recent touch point with the client. Both of our applications store all of this communication information directly in Salesforce, so there's never any need to data load or reference other sources. We can help you gain insight resulting from a 360 view of all household records. We can provide accurate and timely updates, help you avoid that costly risk oversight, capture referrals, generate new leads, as well as support automated record creation and updates. So I'm Rebecca Staiano. I'm a client success manager here at Mogli Intelligent Text Messaging. We are a native Salesforce app that sends SMS and WhatsApp messages directly from Salesforce. But we can do so much more than just send a text message. We have an easy to use one-on-one interface, support sending bulk messages, and can also support sophisticated automations inside of Salesforce.
And I'm Sam Broda. I'm a growth manager at Match My Email. I'm excited today to show everybody how our two products work together in just a few minutes, but I'd also like to thank the Mogli team for being great as we prepared this webinar. And so diving into Match My Email, we've been on the Salesforce App Exchange for over 10 years, and over the course of this time, we've let customer feedback drive our development pipeline to make sure email integration is seamless and user-friendly. Financial service firms, and particularly wealth managers, turn to Match My Email for its ability to be customized, its reliability, and its security. In the webinar, we'll show you a few of these capabilities today. More specifically, though, in this webinar, we're going to give viewers a glance of how the app securely and reliably logs emails from a variety of users to help give managers and associates alike the full picture. Other features that will not be shown include Match My Email's dashboard, which gives users a live feed of their inbox in Salesforce, and our email reporting package. If anyone is interested in seeing these, we can set up a demo on our website. Please do.
Mogli is a native Salesforce app. This means that we also work directly on the platform and seamlessly integrate. We support your basic one-on-one text message conversation, sending bulk text messages to a large group of people, text message surveys, as well as forms and sophisticated automations. I'm really proud to be a part of our client success team because we've earned 100% five-star reviews on our App Exchange listing. Some of our current financial services clients include Annex Wealth Management, NewFi, as well as Gusto. 6.5 billion people around the world send and receive text messages. WhatsApp adds 1.5 billion people to that bucket. We work with Match My Email because as a text messaging app, we're not trying to replace email, but we want to help support that type of communication in a new way. To illustrate how Match My Email and Mogli can work together, we've created a fictitious wealth management firm called Wealth Advisory that reflects typical struggles and use cases of our clients. Here are Mr. and Mrs. Campbell, and let's jump into their account. Here you are seeing the homepage of Wealth Advisory's manager, John Principal. John works at Wealth Advisory along with two other colleagues, Susan, portfolio manager, and Tom, financial advisor. Please excuse the originality of our characters' names today.
So the story begins when John Principal receives an email from one of his clients, Peter Campbell, titled "Checking in on my son." In the email, Peter is asking John about how his son's account is doing. Unfortunately for John, he has no idea what Peter is talking about. The last thing John knew is that Peter's son didn't have an account. So if John Principal wants to get a quick overview of the Campbell family, the household record page is the place to go, and we'll go there now. Here, wealth managers can see a quick summary, a complete list of financial accounts, or even a family's financial goals. Using Match My Email and Mogli, John can now find out everything that's been going on with the Campbell household and his firm. So if I scroll down, we'll go to Match My Email's custom object email messages. Here's where John will begin finding out about what Peter's actually asking about. John can see the complete history of email between the Campbell family and his wealth advisory firm without duplicates and in chronological order. From the looks of things, there are three major recent threads: new account for Philip, introduction, and checking in on my son. Let's scroll over the first of these, new account for Philip, to see what this is all about. So if we scroll over the subject of the email, the body of the email appears. Clearly, John's colleague Susan was asked to open an investment account by Lydia, Peter's wife. Notice the attachment of the email has been captured as well. It's important to note that Match My Email will bring in all attachments automatically while bringing in emails. Above the first email, we can see Susan's response. It looks like Susan passed the job to create an account for Peter's son to Tom Financial Advisor, another associate of John's. This explains the second email thread, introduction. Now, I'd like to take a moment to apologize to our viewers for the maze of characters involved in our story. I must admit, though, that this was intentional. However dizzying the number of names and actors get, John has the tools to make sure the simple task of replying stays simple. So moving on, Tom makes his introduction to Philip and notifies him an account will be set up in his name. In response to Tom's message, Philip asks if the conversation can be taken to SMS. For John Principal to cover all his tracks before responding to Peter, he'll have to see what his associate and Philip talked about. For this information, we'll go to Philip's record and open the SMS tab powered by Mogli, which I'll go into now.
Thanks, Sam. To better see where Tom and Philip's conversation went over the phone, we can easily click on the SMS tab. This is going to open up what we call the Mogli Conversation View. It's a component that displays the 300 most recent text messages that have been sent back and forth. This component is completely customizable, so you can change the bubble colors, and we can easily select pre-created SMS templates or surveys from this view as well. If there's a message that we want to go out at a later date and time, we can easily schedule those messages directly from this component. So here you can see the conversation that Philip had with Tom Financial Advisor. Here we can see that Philip reaches out with a question about Tesla being a good investment. Tom responds that they should continue this conversation via a phone call and asks Philip when he may be available. The two have a short back and forth conversation and have already begun to build out that foundation for a lasting relationship. Mogli supports any SMS or WhatsApp functionality from all standard and custom objects in Salesforce. Each one of these text messages that you see is a record inside of Salesforce, which means it can become more than just a text message. It becomes data for a report, it can provide information on new leads, and can even automatically update these household records. So with just a few clicks, John is now 100% up to speed on how Lydia's request to transfer money to her son has transpired.
Great, and this brings us back to the original reason why John took a dive into the Campbell's record in the first place. Now we can prepare a response to Peter right from Salesforce using Match My Email's custom email composer. If you scroll down and click on an email, our banner will pop up in which he can reply from. The email composer has all the important functions that a user needs, including the email thread, the ability to attach documents, and even the ability to use Salesforce templates. However, I'd like to announce that in a month, our development team will be releasing the newest version of our Composer as a Lightning web component. With the unveiling of the new Composer will come the ability to track, read receipts, and create Lightning email templates directly in the Composer. So stay tuned for updates in the coming weeks. And to finish off, I'll turn the mic back over to Rebecca, who's going to show how Mogli can create referral leads using automated SMS form templates. For that, I'll jump into the Adams account.
Thanks, Sam. So Mogli, using a series of text messages, can capture data for a new lead and automatically use this data to create a new lead here in Salesforce. It can also help ping the appropriate wealth manager on the team that there's a new lead ready to invest with our company. By inviting Peter's neighbors to text in the keyword refer, Mogli can ask a series of questions that are automated and gather important data directly into Salesforce. So on the screen, you can see some of these automated conversations back and forth. We can gather a client's name, their email address, and after just a few quick text messages, we can let the new client know that a wealth advisor will reach back out to them shortly. We can take this information gathered from the texts and can create a brand new account. Salesforce Flow will fill in the name fields, the email fields, the mobile field, and also give us the name of the referral since we asked for it. This gives our wealth manager all the information they need to give a good first impression with our new client. And the best part is the wealth manager didn't have to create the record, respond to the texts. Everything happens automatically inside of Salesforce.
So, as our viewers can see, Match My Email and Mogli allow financial service professionals, and more specifically wealth managers, the tools to leverage automation and reliability. Now, I'd like to open up the floor for any of our viewers if anyone has a question or so. Thanks all for listening, and thank you very much, Rebecca, for the great presentation as well.
Thank you, Sam.